Welcome everyone to another episode of G-Star Vault, the safe place for paranormal evidence. Thank you so much for coming along. As always, don't forget to do that normal like. Get out of the way, please. Subscribe. And really, actually, very important, comment. Because I found out last night, really interesting, Monty mentioned that the next episode, the live stream of Monty Zone, is going to be a trip into the vault. So it'll be us discussing all the G-Star vaults that you guys have kind of give a bit of a thumbs up to, or said that it was a little bit interesting by giving some comments around vault. And then any that you didn't, then we won't be discussing them. So going forward, really, really important for you guys to comment, and as always, please do share. Before I get into today's episode, I just want to do a couple of mentions and a couple of thank yous. Obviously, to everybody who supports this channel, who has subscribed, who shares the videos, thank you. We are still trying to get up to 100 subscribers, so anything that you can do to share, that would be awesome. But I also want to make a special mention to a couple of people that have been really, really loyal and getting really involved with comments to the videos and G-Star Vault. So that's Mickey Early. So thanks, Mickey. And we've got Roger Hargreaves, who's a regular commenter. And then also just want to mention Healing Heart, who came up with a really great suggestion. 2 episodes ago, I did an episode about a UFO model that I use called A.C.A.R.T.S. And Healing Heart came up with this idea of adding a focus of, is there any other footage, photograph stories that are similar? So putting an S on A.C.A.R.T.S. So the model now is officially going forward A.C.A.R.T.S. So that just shows the power of commenting and getting involved. You can really help move things forward here on this channel and in G-Star Vault. So let's get on to what today's all about. Right, so what is today's episode all about? Well, I'm bringing you some UFO content again, and I know there's been quite a few G-Star Vaults which are UFO content recently, but then no apologies for that because it's been absolutely rife in the media and there's been so much going on. But on a good note, I'm bringing you 2 videos, and they're not from military footage, they're not from Jeremy Corbell, they're from members of the public. So the first one was uploaded onto YouTube a few days ago, and I instantly watched it and thought I wanted to get your guys' thoughts. I'll share my thoughts after we watch it. I'm not going to go too much into it right now, but just to say, it was uploaded by a channel called Homestead and they are primarily a channel for homesteading, and they do videos about sort of building greenhouses or how to recycle stuff. It's a 6-person family that live on 20 acres, and that's what primarily their channel is all about. They have about roughly 59,000 subscribers. So this was something unusual that the father, the patriarch of the family, wanted to share. I saw it, I thought of you guys and wanted to get your thoughts on it. And so I contacted the channel and asked if I could use it, and they replied, which was really awesome, and said yeah, they were fine as long as I give them a credit. So you will find a link to the full video in the description. So that's that one, and we'll watch that shortly. And then there's another video that I'm going to share with you. It's a really short one, and both of them we'll sort of kind of, I'll talk about the A.C.A.R.T.S model as it is now, and we'll talk about that for each one. For the first one, just a bit of a spoiler. That was really Plymothian sounding. Spoiler. Just a bit of a, I'm not going to say it again. Just a bit of a spoiler. Better. The the video primarily is like in third person, so you're watching the guy talking about what's on his screen. So it's not great because you can't really see a huge amount of detail. So, but don't worry about that. When we come back and have a bit of a chat about it and I share my reaction and thoughts, what I'll do is I'll pull out some of the best bits of that video, keep them up on the screen so you can see them hopefully a little bit closer. So, sit back, puff up those pillows, relax, grab a drink or something, and enjoy this video, and I'll give you my thoughts afterwards.
In today's episode of Homestead How, we have a lovely day on our homestead, then a thunderstorm, and later I spot a UFO in the sky. This is not a fake picture of a UFO. I didn't alter it. I didn't Photoshop it. I've got 4 shots straight up out of my camera. I will swear under oath these are the original shots from my camera, and I don't know what they are. UFOs for sure. Let's take a look in today's episode. Karen here from Homestead How. Welcome to our homestead. Last night and every night I've been going out in the middle of the night and wandering around in the woods in the dark with my tripod and my camera trying to get a shot of the Milky Way. Last night it was too cloudy, I couldn't see the Milky Way, so I tried to get some of these cool shots of the house. I tried to do a time lapse where I set the camera up and I literally, this is 700 pictures of our house. Look, here's a close-up. Can you see it on there?
You can show it on the screen.
Kind of, not really.
I'll show it on the screen. You can see the stars and you can see the clouds, and the clouds are moving. And then I combined the 700 pictures together to make a video. While I was doing this, something flew overhead and I got shots of it on here. So now I'm going to show the girls this. We also woke up and, Alyssa, show that thing out there. Our little screened-in porch, that's like my base camp where I set up my camera equipment. I got my extra batteries and stuff.
Oh, Lily's
we
up
woke
there.
up this morning and it was flipped over in the driveway, which is crazy because there was no storm last night. There was no
it
rain.
didn't even rain out.
It wasn't windy out at all. So I think the aliens attacked us. There's aliens. It's UFOs. So look at this.
Short story,
Look.
Dad got abducted by aliens when he was a little girl.
Yeah, when I was a little girl, I got abducted by aliens. Wait, let's see. Alyssa, you go back there so Katie can see this now, because I want to see what you guys think of this. You're going to say I'm crazy, or you're going to say it's something. I just want an explanation for what it is.
Go up more, Katie.
Just so you know, I just woke up.
Now I have to find it because there's 800 of them.
Wait, Katie,
Okay,
go
here we
closer.
go.
Katie, go closer.
This was one of the last ones, and now, Alyssa, can you see the screen okay? I can show it on screen, but is it bright enough? Do you need to do this? Okay, I'll just show it on screen. Here's number 1. Katie, watch.
You need to clean your screen.
Yeah, I do.
Keep going.
What is that? I swear to God, I did not edit that. This photo isn't edited at all. I didn't even change the brightness. I didn't crop it. I did nothing. This is the original photo out of my camera. No lie.
Go to no. Go to.
I will. Look. Does that look like an airplane to you?
No, it looks
A
like
helicopter? A drone?
It is like a red
It's not my
light
drone.
on it. It looks like
Okay,
the
watch.
light where a stick would
Watch.
be,
Here's
like
where it
a
gets
post
scarier.
light.
Watch this. Watch.
Oh, shoot.
Look at the light coming off of it.
Emma.
I said
I showed this to Alyssa a while ago. She's like, "Oh, you faked it." Like, what did I fake?
You
How did I
yeeted it
fake
up
that?
in the air.
What? There's lights coming off of it. There's like a spotlight. It's trying to find me again.
where the government's gonna come murder us.
That's
if,
it.
If you don't have, if we don't post
Look at
any
you can see it
videos,
in the
we're
clouds.
dead.
Okay, so now we're gonna zoom into it. I showed this to Mom and she said,
She said it's a helicopter.
I showed it to Jen.
But
I
just
showed it to Jen.
Wait until he zooms in.
They have all this stuff on TV now about how there's unidentified flying objects, and Mom's just saying, And now I catch one on camera on our property right overhead.
She's an alien.
Okay, let's crop in. So this camera is a very nice camera, and it's very high resolution. In TV shows, a lot of time you'll see them and they'll say, "Oh, zoom into the security tape," and it's all grainy, and then it becomes clear. This is actually clear because it's like a 10 million, 20 million megapixel camera or something. So we should be able to zoom in and get a closer shot.
Nice camera? You could zoom in on your nice camera.
It is.
That is my nice camera.
Yeah.
Okay, look, here we're going to edit, and then we're going to click crop, and we're going to go in closer to see what it looks like closer. So we're going to crop like that. If nothing else, this is a cool shot. You can see the house and the stars. Okay,
Yeah.
crop.
Oh, what the heck? Oh my gosh! There's little faster. There's little lights.
I'll
but
show this on the screen too. Here,
humans
I'm gonna
could
take
not
a.
fit in
I'm gonna
that.
take a screenshot
Oh
right now.
my gosh, Baxter, freaking move.
Taking a screenshot right now, so I'll show that in the video. And then I'm going to revert to the original, and I'll show this in the original. I don't need to take a screenshot for it because you can see it. I'll show all of these in the original.
You should go
Okay.
right closer.
Here, I'll crop this one too. It's 4 separate
I know,
photos.
but you have to go where it looks like there's roller coaster seats.
That's some weird heck of a
Okay,
drone.
so this is the thing. I was out there when this came by.
Was it fast?
I was
looks
out
like
there
a
when this came by.
rocket ship.
I heard something and it sounded just like an engine, like an airplane or something.
can see
But then
that.
I looked up and I said, "What the HFTMLMNOP is that?" And then I got those 3 shots. I was on the
WH
tripod and I
hockey
went click, click,
sticks.
click.
What time was it?
And then it flew off that way. And then I tried to get a
was
shot of
like
it going
midnight.
that way, but it was...
I went to
It says on here what time it is.
Because I went to bed at like 11.
So look, there's another one zoomed in. How, is that an airplane?
Yeah,
What
it
kind of
looks-
airplane looks
Just-
like that?
It doesn't look like a disc. It kind of looks like a rocket ship
Wait,
with like
here.
an engine.
Katie, take this.
Oh my gosh, wait.
Okay.
Draw an
Sketch.
illustration so people can see what it
I'm
is.
trying.
While Katie's doing that. That was the 4th picture. That wasn't the one I cropped earlier. So now I'm going to revert this one to the original.
I'll do the first one.
And look, if we go back here, if I click done, look, it shows the time and everything. June 13th. This is the 9. It wasn't even late. It was 9:22 p.m.
Oh. I thought it was
9?
9:22 p.m.
What
The
the
time
heck?
that I didn't look
I
up.
thought it was later because I almost always I'm out there at like 11:30 or 12 is when the Milky Way's
Yeah.
out. Katie's doing an artist recreation of what this is. Jen's just like, oh, it's probably a
helicopter.
plane or a helicopter. She said it's probably a helicopter.
She's part of the aliens. What do you think?
This looks like a helicopter. In what way is this a helicopter? Because you can even see behind it. How is it a helicopter?
Look, it looks like
The
that's.
whole bottom's lit up. There's red lights on it. Let's go back to the
Well,
first
aliens
one.
aren't trying to be discreet anymore.
They don't care. They're searching
The
for
first
that.
one I think was this one has all the red on it.
You know, the only thing I'm scared of now, because all the stories that I've seen of like aliens coming into people's bed and they can't move, like sleep
That's
paralysis.
That happened
I'm
to me.
terrified. I don't want that.
Okay, here we go. We're cropping into
Just
the.
don't be
This is the
scared
clearest
by
one. There. That's a helicopter.
That's what it
Is
looks
that a
like.
helicopter?
It looks
Does
like
that-
little
Okay.
seats.
Look, you can see stars behind it. If this was a helicopter, wouldn't there be like a thing here and this, and then a propeller,
And then a
thing,
person,
and
because this camera zooms in far, and you can
You
see
see a
people.
window
Oh
here?
look! Like that looks like a tiny part where the conductor would be or something.
What?
What are these red things? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
There's
6,
8
7.
aliens in it. Then they're all
There are
sitting
8
in a
windows.
seat.
They're from Mars.
Oh my
They're
gosh!
tourists.
It's probably a window.
They're tourists and they're looking out the window and they're like, look at these idiots down here. They think they're homesteaders. We should go get Mom's reaction. Show this to her. It's a
We
helicopter.
already got her reaction. She
Just
said-
leave a comment down below. What is it then? Is that a helicopter? Does that look like a helicopter to you?
But you know what's the weird thing? All UFOs are circles. Why are they all circles?
Oh, that's what you see. Now look at that from there. That kind of looks like a circle. And it's a bright light in the sky. It's so bright, too.
And
That's
when you
crazy how
click it,
bright
when
it
you
is.
click it, you can see. I don't know which way to click it, but there's like light shining down, like it's like
Yeah,
the new
right here.
Fortnite. It's gonna abduct you.
It's
A
like,
duck.
I don't know if that's a
Screen's so
spotlight or if
dirty.
it's just so bright that that's all the light coming down.
Fear.
And then we woke up and our thing was completely flipped over, which was weird. Anybody else have anything weird happen last night?
I fell asleep.
I didn't wake up in the middle of the night every time I usually do.
I mean, I woke up and I was in my underwear in the woods, laying on the ground crying.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
is that unusual?
Definitely.
Yeah, right.
Totally true.
I don't remember how I got there.
Oh, I put 2 heels in front of Emma's door so nobody could come in.
Did that work?
Yeah, well, nobody came in.
They could just beam you up. Nobody cares. So that's it. So there's aliens overhead and nobody cares.
Yeah, guys,
Jen's
guys.
just like, oh, it's a
Isn't
helicopter.
it? Air 51 is the escape place. They won't let you escape. I don't know. Theory.
My arm's getting numb now.
So that's it? We're done?
Yep.
Okay, well just file this away.
Pay us our money,
Just-
please.
There's aliens now,
Wait,
but that's
wait!
normal.
The government can pay us to take this off YouTube. I want $2 million
Wait,
right now in my bank
question-
account.
A lot more than that.
$6
It has
million.
time lapse. It takes.
Well, thanks for watching.
Okay, bye.
I want my money in cash.
Now I have all these other 800 pictures too.
Okay, so I know the video was a bit long, and there were parts of it that, like me, you might have found a little bit annoying. as I said earlier, what wasn't great was the fact that this was a lot of third person, so you were looking at him talking about what was on his computer screen. But as I said, as I'm talking through this, I'll try and keep some shots up in the corner that show the content a little bit better. So let's apply A.C.A.R.T.S to this then. So the first one, aerial phenomenon. As the guy says in the video, definitely not like a helicopter or a plane. You can't see any blades from the helicopter. It definitely doesn't look like the shape or size of a plane, and it looks too big to be again, it's difficult to get 100% perspective, but it looks too big to be like a drone or a lantern. In terms of like cosmic stuff, until I got to a certain point in that video, I was thinking there's a chance that this could be the moon. I don't know if you guys have ever seen like the moon shining through broken clouds at night, and you get this kind of like different shape of light. And I was thinking that maybe it was that, but then later on when he zooms in to the picture and you see the lights, that one was, definitely making me think, okay, it's not the moon, because the moon doesn't carry 6 red lights. So in terms of aerial phenomenon, this one's pretty strong, and I'd feel confident to give it a tick. So then we move on to the C for CGI, and that's where it becomes a bit blurred, because, the gentleman in this video, he profusely claims, I haven't photoshopped this, I haven't done anything, but just because he does that doesn't mean that that isn't something that he could have done. It definitely seems like it would be in his wheelhouse to do it, because he's obviously got quite a substantial bit of equipment where he's talking about he's got cameras outside doing time lapses. It looked like he had a pretty good setup with his editing suite. You could see clearly on how he's using it throughout the video that he knows his way around that software. So it wouldn't be beyond his realm of possibility to do that. However, you have to think, well, why would he do that? I mentioned earlier that their channel has 59,000 subscribers, so they're doing pretty well. Massive compared to most people and most channels I know. So, unless they're completely greedy and they want to throw something in there to bring other subscribers to their channel, it's pretty sort of unlikely that that's why he's doing it. In terms of how the video is being presented as well, it seems very jovial and not taking itself too seriously. As I said, I think if that had landed in the hands of somebody who was more about UFO content, they would have probably done a video sort of sharing the images firsthand, commenting over the top of it, all sorts. So there's an element to me that I'm kind of big question mark as to why this guy would do that, and tend to lean more on the side of believing what he's saying, that he's not done anything to this footage, it is just what it is. And that doesn't mean that if it is 100% genuine and he's just caught this on his camera, it doesn't mean that it's still not something that's just been misidentified. So we have to consider that. But under the sort of focus of CGI, I'm probably going to give it a tick to say that I feel pretty strong enough that it's not hoaxed. So that is another thing that I found extremely interesting. So the next one is the second A for audio, and unfortunately we're not getting any audio from his recordings or anything in terms of sounds that we can lend to the object that we're seeing. There's no audio to go along with a live capture of the image like you get with a lot of people who film UFOs, and then you hear them talking about what they're seeing on camera. We've only got the audio to go from that's actually in the video and them talking, which then kind of this one goes half and half into audio and half under the R for reaction, because you can hear again, if I was doing this video, if the guy had either done it like I said before, where he had uploaded the images and commented over the top of it, it would have made the material and the content seem a lot more credible. Or if he had done what he's done, but maybe the family weren't around and the teenage girls and all of their comments and everything they're saying, which adds an element of genuineness to it, because it doesn't sound like they're scripted. It doesn't sound like their reaction is... It's kind of quite natural for teenage girls of that age to be saying some of the stuff that they're saying. So it seems genuine to me. So as we've only got that to go on, and under the reaction as well, we don't see any reaction like other people in the footage reacting to the object and the image. So we haven't got that to go on, and we haven't got any sort of like military reaction or any other type of reaction within the environment. But with the R, that's not always relevant. There's a lot of content, UFO content, that's around that is simply just people filming the object, and you won't always see reaction in the environment. So we can't always use that to sort of dismiss any content. So I wouldn't dismiss anything just purely on reaction. But I think in this case, the second A for audio and reaction sort of sit together pretty well. And it's all just about how the family are reacting to it. And as I said, as annoying as it is at times, because if you're like me and interested in UFO content, I just want to see the image. I don't want to hear all your chitter around it. But it does seem natural, and it doesn't seem scripted. So I'm going to kind of give that a tick as well. So then we come to sort of T for timeline, time and date. And, we know that this was shot in Wisconsin. He talks in the video about when it was shot, the time of night, how it was shot. So that one's a really big tick, because there's a lot of information that if somebody wanted to investigate this content and go deeper with it, they could definitely use all of that information to support their investigation and support going into some of the other, if somebody was to really analyze the photos, they could look at other star positions in the sky, that sort of thing. Unfortunately, as I've said many times before, I'm not a ufologist and I'm not a UFO investigator, so I'm not going to go into that kind of depth, but I know that the information that we have that would really, really support that investigation and helps make the content a lot more credible. So now we come to the S, which was suggested by a viewer of this channel, Healing Heart. And I thought it was a great idea to talk about similar in terms of when you're presenting any content or looking at any content, is there anything out there that's similar to it? And the reason why I felt it was good, and I'm really glad that Healing Heart brought that up, and why I've added it to the A.C.A.R.T.S model now, is because similar can go for it or against it. Because if there's content out there that's similar, there's an element that you could understand that would add credibility to it. So if it's not just one person that's seen this, it's a group of people, that could obviously add some weight. But in terms of similar as well, that can fall under a negative because of things like CGI and software that you use to fake footage, or how you would Photoshop something. So by that I mean, if you've ever seen the videos where it's three orbs, like and it starts in a triangular shape, and then you see the orbs move, that's a very popular piece of software that's out there. So you see that, and you see the orbs make the exact same formation movement in a lot of footage that's out there. And that, when I see that, I instantly go, that's somebody using the same piece of kind of amateur CGI software that a lot of other people have already used. So that's where the similarity could be like a negative, or if it's a particular effect that you can put on photos. So I did have a look around to see if there was anything similar, and this is all I found. I've just got a couple of pictures to share. The first one doesn't look exactly the same, but it's just the red lights that it includes look pretty interesting. In this one, I think you can just in the background see a sixth red light. So what interests me about this is it is 6 red lights, and then in the original image, in the content that I've shared with you today, that's 6 red lights as well. And then I found this other image, not very similar at all, but it's just the kind of color of the red or orange light, however you want to see it. But it just kind of felt similar to me, but not very similar, really, not very strong. So here's the thing: if you guys have seen anything out there that's similar, please put a link in the comments, or please share with me and let me know if there's any, because I did a lot of Google searching, and this was pretty much all I was able to bring up. So I think that kind of lends or leans quite well to it under that focus of S and similar, that there isn't a lot that's out there like this. And so it kind of makes the footage and the content a little bit more interesting. So just in summary then, on a roundup on that one, and again, it's so important, I really want your guys' thoughts on what you thought of this video. Sort of put out of your mind all the kind of annoying kind of chitter-chatter that's going on with it. But yeah, let me know what you think. But for me, there's quite a few ticks when you go through the A.C.A.R.T.S model with it. So I thought this was pretty good. And the guy certainly captured something really, really interesting. And I hope somebody looks into it a little bit more in a little bit more detail. But let me know if you think that this one should go in the vault. Okay, so then we come on to the second piece of footage that I want to share with you today. And good news, it's a lot shorter, this one. It's nowhere near as long. And the only reason why I'm sharing it really is because of irony. And that was, I was doing some filming down here in my cabin at the bottom of the garden the other day. And it was late at night. And I sort of stepped outside and I was looking up into the sky. And just as I was saying earlier, there was a really bright moon, but it was hidden behind some clouds. But the clouds kept moving now and then and letting this really weird shape of light break through the cloud. And I was looking at it and I was thinking, oh, that looks really, really cool. But then I thought to myself, just, funny thought, I thought, what if I turned around now and actually the moon was behind me? Or something like that, where you kind of like, you thought it was the moon and then all of a sudden you see where the moon is and go, and I just thought it'd be really interesting if something like that happened. And then it happens like the next day or the day after, I was surfing YouTube, came across this compilation video, which had loads of UFO footage in it. I will share a link in the description to the whole compilation video, but I think this one was like, I don't know, second or third. And it was what I've just said. This guy's filming and he's like pointing at it, and it looks like the moon in a moon eclipse. But then he goes, no, that's the moon there. So it was, and the guy, well, I'll talk about it afterwards when we come to talk about it, but the guy on the video is very humorous, and you'll see what I mean when we watch it. So let's check it out, and we'll come back, and I'm, again, going to be really interested to see what you guys think.
Bro, y'all missed it. It's like 3:40 in the morning and I'm seeing a badass eclipse, man. Y'all missed that shit. Ooh, man, this crazy. Man, y'all missed that, guys. Which is weird though, cause there's like a moon over here. That's why I thought it was weird, but I was like, whatever. There's 2 of them.
So clearly that guy, by the sounds of it, had been having a good time through some sort of substance, I'm thinking. But, I just thought the footage was, it was just irony that I came across it. I don't think we should apply the A.C.A.R.T.S model to this one. My just overall thoughts are that when he zooms in on the second object, which he claims to be the moon, you just don't know if that's a star and that he zoomed the camera in as he was moving it. But he certainly caught a good shot of a moon eclipse or something similar. It was very interesting. go back and keep watching it. Let me know what you think, whether that one, well, certainly the first piece of footage that we reviewed today should go into the vault, and let me know what you think of the second one as well, and whether that should go into the vault. So all that remains for me to say is thank you for tuning in and watching today's show. I'll see you next time on G-Star Vault, the safe place for paranormal evidence. See you later.